Hello, so in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to answer quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. So this is a typical quadratic equation. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and a, b and c will be numbers, right? So you can use the quadratic formula to answer this type of questions. So this is the quadratic formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So that is the quadratic formula. You just input these constants into the formula and you are good to go. Now let us work out an example where I'm going to show you how to use the quadratic formula. Solve the equation 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. You can see that this equation and this equation have the same format, that is they have the x squared and the x and the constants, and in this case, which are the a, b's and c, we can see that this 2 is the a and this 5 is the b and this 3 is the c. So to solve the equation using the quadratic formula, we do this. X is equal to minus b, our b is 5, so is equal to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of b squared, our b is 5, so it will be 5 squared minus 4 times our a is 2 times our c is 3, like this, all over 2 times 2, which is our a in this case. So we then say this is equal to negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared, 5 times 5 is 25, minus 4 times 2, 8 times 3, 24, all over 2 times 2 is 4. So this becomes minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 25 minus 24, 1 divided by 4. This will be equal to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 1 is 1 over 4, which will be equal to minus 5 plus 1 over 4 and minus 5 minus 1 over 4. We just split this, it's plus or minus 1, so we take the solution from when we add 1 and when we subtract 1. So minus 5 plus 1 is equal to minus 4, right, over 4, and minus 5 minus 1 is minus 6 over 4. So this becomes negative 4 divided by 4 is equal to negative 1, and negative 6 over negative 4, the common factor is 2. 2 into 6 is 3, 2 into 4 is 2, negative 3 over 2. So this is our solution to the equation. Please work out the exercise that is on the screen, then check the solution thereafter. Solution. We'll start with part A. Our question was solve the equation 3x squared minus 13x minus 10 is equal to 0. And we say this will be our A, this will be our B, and this is our C. So what does the quadratic formula say? It says x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, like this. So it becomes x is equal to minus b, it's minus negative 13. In this case, our b is negative 13, plus or minus the square root of negative 13 squared minus 4 times our a is 3 times our c, which is negative 10, all over 2 times 3 our a. So this becomes negative 13 is positive 13 plus or minus the square root of negative 13 squared. If you punch in your calculator, you know that it is 169 minus 4 times 3 times negative 10. What is this? 120. So it becomes plus 120 all over 2 times 3, which is 6, like this. So our next step is equal to 13 plus or minus the square root of 169 plus 120 is 289 over 6. So this becomes is equal to 13 plus or minus the square root of 289 is 17 over 6. So next our solution, x is equal to 13 plus 17 over 6 and 13 minus 17 over 6. So this becomes 13 plus 17 is 30, right? 30 over 6, and 13 minus 17 is negative 4 over 6. If you simplify it, 6 into 30, it is 5. And if you simplify this, common factor is 2. 2 into 4 is 2. 2 into 6 is 3. And negative 2 over 3. So this is our solution. X is equal to 5 and negative 2 over 3. Now let us proceed to our second question, part B. For part B, we had to solve x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. And in this case, our a is equal to 1. The coefficient of x squared is 1. Our b is equal to 5. And our c is equal to 6. This is a1, b5, c6, right? And we know that the quadratic formula says x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this, we substitute 1, 5, and 6 for a, b, and c respectively. It becomes x is equal to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times 6 all over 2 times 1, like this, which is equal to minus 5 plus or minus 5 squared is 25, right? Minus 4 times 1 times 6 is equal to minus 5 plus 1 is negative 4 over 2, and minus 5 minus 1 is negative 6 over 2. Then x is equal to minus 4 over 2, this is negative 2, and minus 6 over 2, this is 3, negative 3. So this is our solution. So if you input negative 2 into this equation, you get 0. That is, if you say negative 2 squared plus 5 times negative 2 plus 6, it's equal to 0. And also if you input negative 3, if you say negative 3 squared plus 5 times negative 3 plus 6, it's equal to 0. So that is how you solve quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. Thank you for watching my video. May you please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Free Tutorials ZW, for more video tutorials.